Today in this video, we're going to talk about why you don't want to be the common man. There's a problem. There's too many common people. You need to be uncommon. And I'm going to talk about why I'm going in this direction and how it's going to help you. Be sure to stay to the end of the video. This is Glendon Cameron, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu, the launch pad for business development and wealth development. If you want some of this action, you want some of this great information, be sure to subscribe. Go ahead and just slap it. Slap that subscribe button like you were slapping some ass, okay? Just do it like that and you'll be in. I'm going in this direction because I got a lot of moist people up in the comment section. The other day, I put out a video, if you want to be a millionaire in the next 5 years, move to Texas, contribute. Go there and be of service, which means you're not going to get paid immediately. Get a job, learn the lay of the land. Then when all of this stuff starts to hit, just watch the video. I go into great detail. You'll be positioned to make money with real estate, but it's a process and it's not going to be fast. Yesterday was a great event. Put something up. One of my clients just had a good breakthrough. Once again, the moist crowd comes in. Some fool actually put this in the comment. I had someone who's running a lot of money through the bank and they won't give him a loan. Okay, something is wrong with that picture, because one of the ways that I know how this stuff works is I went through it a long time ago. I had a situation as I was finishing up on the divorce and rebuilding my life. I went to Bank of America. And she had some checking accounts closed that we had as joint owners. So I was sitting there in the counter and the lady saw the check that I was cashing, right? And she said, well, why don't you open up a checking account? And I was like, sure, because I thought it was just going to be declined, right? The check was for 12 grand. 10 minutes later, I had a checking account at Bank of America. And I was sitting there with the person. I was like, I had an account went bad here. And it's like, well, this is our second chance program. So I had an account, even though it wasn't my fault, it was my ex. They opened me up another checking account. It offered me a credit card. So when I hear this stuff like, well, it ain't going to work, many of you moist people, you are defeated before you even start. That's the reason I'm doing this. Trying, because I know someone, hey, there's nothing in this video for the common man. You are not going to be wealthy or successful overnight. That is the problem of the common man. I want to go from Ashy Allen to Paid Percy just like that, while completely missing hard work, dedication, commitment, all the stuff that's in between here and there. I don't want to do that. And then anytime someone tells you something, because once again, subscribe to the channel, sit down, binge out, watch videos. I've got 9 years worth of videos up here. Many of them will teach you how to make money. All you have to do is listen and apply yourself. Now, that's where the problem starts to come in. The application process. That's where things get kind of dicey, right? That's where people tend to have some issues, because applying yourself takes work, it takes effort, and you have to give before you get. And many people are in that situation where they're just kind of like, that ain't me, bro. I'm the common man. I'm looking for the common man. You're looking for something cheap and easy. And that's very common. I put on this channel years ago. I bought Earl Nightingale, Lead the Field. It was a $114 product. I was making $250 a week. So I spent roughly 250, about 10% of my income on this course. 10% of my monthly income on this course, and I was poor. To go from being the uncommon man to getting rid of the Homer Simpson syndrome, you're going to have to do uncommon stuff. Let's take moving to Houston. 1, watch the video. It's on the channel. It's going to be hard. You're going to see stuff that's going to break your heart. It's not going to be easy. But if you do it, you invest the time, heart, commitment, and then you do the right things, you could be very wealthy after being there 5 or 6 years. But you got to put that time in. You cannot skip over the hard work of this personal development. You can't skip over that stuff. So part of the problem with the moist parade is, and I'm going to say this, and it's probably going to piss a lot of people off, and I really don't care, is many of you were raised by single mothers and you're used to your mother whining or spreading her legs to get what she wanted. So you really don't know how to act like a man. That's why I'm getting all these moist comments. Because when I have people in the comments who are fighting with me with stuff that I know works based upon how I feel, you all up in your feelings. You just caught up in your feelings. Anytime someone tell you something real and rugged, you like, I don't want that. I want to lay back and let daddy work it. See, real men don't operate like that. And I think part of that problem is with the moist parade is a lot of you dudes, I see you coming because I didn't grow up. I mean, it's like we don't get along because, like, I don't know if you can see it. I got calluses on my hands, right? There's some, and I think get out of the light. Yeah. Yeah, they're all ashy and beat up, right? You know why? Because I lift weights and I don't use gloves because it's a manly thing to do. I'm not worried about my hands being soft. These hands, I've laid bricks, I put up sheetrock, I have moved bricks, I've gravel, cut down trees, man stuff, right? Because man stuff is hard. And man stuff builds your character, it builds your body, it builds your mind. But you moist dudes are so afraid of it because somewhere along the food chain, someone taught you that being masculine, strong, making decisions, going forward, being a hero, being a conqueror, going out and slaying dragons. There's something wrong with that. That's just toxic masculinity. I'm just going to lay back here in the bitch mode and let someone take care of me or give to me or make it easy like I'm 2 or 3 years fucking old. Yes, I'm talking to you most dudes because y'all are getting on my nerves. I am seeing all of these things play out over and over and over. And it is interesting because I don't live your life. And I'm not saying this that I'm better than you, or I'm even talking, well, actually, I am talking down to you. I'll be real about that because I don't think we're on the same level. So I do have to talk down to you because you have not raised your game. You've not raised your mental game. You've not raised your physical game. You've raised nothing. You're just in this situation of moistness, of whining, and this is another reason that I'm going after you people. In the Move to Texas video, a lady, I forget the name, she talked about her boyfriend moved to Austin. Then one of these moist trolls came and started attacking her. I don't know this woman. She was doing a positive contribution to the conversation, and then the moistness just started seeping all over and she got all soggy. I mean, look, when you come in on the video, you come in on the video because you like it. You don't come in on the video to get into a troll fight with some moist people. And it's just really sad. And I think for you moist dudes, you need to go ahead and sit down and have a conversation with yourself and ask yourself, do you want to be common? Because common ain't pretty. Common gets screwed over every day of the week. Common catches L's all day long. Common is mistreated. Common is arrested by the police. Like recently, there's this thing with Michael Bennett, linebacker for the Seahawks. Apparently, he was in the club because, see, on these situations, I'm going to say something. I looked at it. Apparently, this cop just arrested him, put his knee in his back, and now there's some other stuff. Then I'm listening, and he was in a club, and then there was gunshots, and the police said, everybody get on the floor, and he ran. See, when you get into the details, and I'm like, okay, I don't know, we'll see if any more comes out, but I have a theory where this is going, because if you're told to get down and everyone else gets down and you're the only one standing up running, you look real guilty, even though you may not be guilty of anything. So I don't know. I don't know. I just saw the press conference and I looked at it and I'm just sitting there like, because this is one of the dangers of moistness. Right now, there's a lot of talk about that if you look like me, being a black person, a black man in America, and you get pulled over by the police, you're going to be instantly shot. That is a false narrative. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that from the Moist Parade. I understand. But the thing is, how you conduct yourself as a man, and this isn't about kissing some cop's ass. Get pulled over. Here's my license. Here's my registration. You don't say nothing. Give it that. They take it. They go back to the car. They do what they need to do. You get your ticket and you roll on. But see, moistness is full of emotion. And emotion makes you act like a bitch. And when you act like a bitch, you'll be treated as a bitch. That's the reality. That's how it goes. And you have these people who are so moist, who are creating situations that are adverse because they can't have any manly temperament. You get pulled over, all you gotta do is give them your license, whatever. Say nothing. Say nothing. Here you go. Hey, Mr. Cameron, do you know why I stopped you? Nope, I don't. Well, you were speeding. Well, okay, that's what you say. That's usually how it goes. That's it. You don't have to get into these altercations. You don't have to start talking smack. You don't have to do a Facebook Live. Just take your ticket like a man and get the fuck on. But no, moistness dictates that you act out. And this creates bad situations because when you can't check yourself, life will check you. And this ain't just with the police. This is with every factor of life. And all of this moistness creates this problem because when you're trying to build a business, you can't be moist. When you're trying to do something extraordinary, you can't be weak. You will not make it. It's not going to happen. And I'm going to just say something. As a dude, if you are a masculine dude on your game, and you don't want to commit to one woman, you could go ahead and look. I'm married to my business, right? I see her, and I see you when I can. And you know how many women would go for that if you were in your masculinity and you're honest? Many, not all, but many. Once again, for you moist people, you need to really reach down deep into your soul and pull out your essence of masculinity that God gave you and start to dry up. Because when I see someone come in the comments and tell me that this isn't going to work, and I'm like, did you try? No. Do you know anyone that tried? Well, I heard stories. You have no factual or verifiable information to if this thing will or will not work, right? But I'm going to go with it because this is how I feel. This is the thing that makes me feel that I should act this way. Because when I saw that comment, that you putting a lot of money in the bank, that the bank would not give you money or give you a loan that would work against you. I have a client with a situation. They were pulling out 200, 300,000. Money would go in the checking account, money would go out to pay bills. And the client's partner was offered $1 million loan, pre-approved. I've had situations like that myself. So when I hear this stuff from the Moist Parade, I'm just sitting there like, it's like you don't even want to be successful. It's like you are afraid of success. It is like success scares you. And if you are moist, it probably does, because success inherently dictates that you be responsible. And if you're moist, you don't want to be responsible. You want to play PlayStation. You just want to drive your chick's car. You just want to live up in your mama's basement. Your dad kicked you out because he's like, I'm not having no bitches up in here. And you're just walking around with your lips stuck out, mad that anytime someone tells you the truth. Because here's the fact. If you are moist or even unmoist, you have no experience starting a business, chances are very high that you will fail. And there's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, but if you're moist, you're going to stop. you're not going to continue to go forward. You're going to stay in that state of moistness. Yes, this is another edition of the Cranky Hustler. Um, it just is one of the saddest things that I've ever seen, because the moistness is like literally everywhere. There's so many people who, because I'm like, my friend John, we went through the whole thing. He told me, I saw this happen. Then during the Houston video, people from other states and other hurricanes were saying, yep, someone came here and did the same thing. Yep, over and over and over. It's in the comment. And the moist people are just like, no, it's not possible. I'm too weak. I'm so weak. Drip, 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 drip. And it's sad. It's really, really sad, because what's going to happen? And there's this book. Matter of fact, I am going to find it for you, because someone's going to ask, and I'm just going to hold it up on the screen, that you guys are going to be in a world of hurt in the next coming decades. Because, hold on a second, I'm going to get in here. Important. So I was going to say the wrong thing. Now, this is the book. It's called Upside. It's talking about, because people ask me, hey Glendon, how do you make these predictions? How do you do stuff? Because I study society. I don't study just one trend. I study society as a whole. This next generation that's coming up is going to create, they're going to bring manufacturing back to America. It's going to be due to technology making it efficient and cost effective to manufacture here. And there's all kinds of stuff. But if you're in that moist parade, this is going to be going on, and you're going to be still where you are right now, sitting in the pool of moistness. That's where you're going to be. Upside is the book. Go ahead and get it. Listen to the guy. It's going to blow your mind, because essentially every generation, so much changes. You have people who talk about, oh, things ain't changed. It's still the same. That's bullshit. Changes every year, changes every generation, changes every decade. But when you have this moistness all up in your brain and in your body, it's very hard to punch when you're moist fist. It's very hard to fuck with a soggy, moist penis, dick, whatever you want to call. It's hard because you're not living in your masculinity. As a man, and I know I will piss off all of the gender people, it is your duty to lead. This isn't to say that women are stupid. This isn't to say women are incapable. But there is a reason that you are bigger. There is a reason that you are stronger. There's a reason for that. It's been like that since man has been man. Now, due to the moist parade, I will say, I work out in the gym. There's a lot of women squatting 225, 315, while you got dudes over there like sitting there like, just saying. I'm just saying. Because part of the frustration is I can only give you guys the information. I can only point you in the right direction. For those of you who choose to buy a product, I can give you a blueprint. But at the end of the day, you have to do the work. And the work ain't easy. Because if the work was easy, everybody would be a millionaire. Everybody would live in the house they want. Everybody would drive the car they want. Everybody would have the life that they want and the trips and stuff they want. It ain't easy. Stop looking for easy ways out. Stop looking for common man solutions. The common man is going to catch so many L's, because when you are common, you have less options. When you have less options, people treat you a certain kind of way. Your kids will do it to you. If you're married as a man and your kids see that your wife talks down to you, they will start talking down to you. And you are the reason they exist. That's how this world works. But if you're all up on the moist parade, you don't see it like that. You see it as people taking advantage of you. Let's get up in the chat room real quick. What's up, Jay Fleming? What's up, Tanker Green? Shelly Jones, faith without work is death. What's up, Lamont? 31 Dub, what's up? The Mr. Bunny 8060 100 got people's attention. Man, folks are over there fighting. No money Melvins. That's funny. I like that. Tanker Green. I just grew up with dudes. And you got a lot of people who are afraid of hard work. Literally afraid of it, like it's something bad. Breezy Roberts, thank you. The information you gave me has changed my life over the last year and a half. I appreciate that. And congratulations. That means you're working. Renat Cherry. Yep, men raised by single mothers can be far too emotional. They move the girly drink to their mouth. What's up, rugged callers? Yeah, I kind of got the situation worked out a little bit. Erica Williams, too much mama, not enough daddy. What's up, let's see. That's funny. Y'all are funny. Demetrius Adams worked in the jail. A lot of these dudes are soft. Mainly are young, 17 to 35 men, and are fading out. I mean, it's sad, but I can't. I see it. When someone come on the video and fight with me on some I know to be true, and they want to fight based on their how they feel with no relevant experience, with no practical experience, it's bewildering. Arnaba Vance, it's not in the nature of a woman to respect a man if he can't lead. I mean, pretty much. I mean, there is social engineering and then there's evolution. And we've only had maybe 8 decades of social evolution over thousands of years of 8 decades of social engineering over thousands of years of evolution, or millions, depending on how far you want to go back. What's up, Small Engine Masters? Hey, Catherine. Good morning, Super Say TV. Small Engine Masters. Facts don't care about feelings. They really don't. They really don't. And that's one of the things, because when I saw that, I mean, I woke up this morning, I was like, you got to be kidding me. People are fighting on this because here's the thing. You got to go ahead and get your money up. One of the things that we talk about in Hustle Camp is you got to, one, know what your net worth is or your lack of net worth. Because, when I was in the military, my MOS was 92 Bravo, lab tech. So in your body, you have these baselines. You have certain things, like you have a glucose level, you have a creatinine level, and we check that, or I should say we used to check it. And there's this baseline, a place where it's normal, where it should be. So if it's below that, something's wrong. If it's above that, something's wrong. So that gives you the ability to create protocols and solve the problems. But if you have no financial baseline and you're just out here making money and spending money, you could be in really deep doo-doo, but because you're not checking, you're monitoring it, you don't know. Levi 35990, you're right. Working hard does change your character for the better. It does. You spend your money differently, you approach people differently, and depending upon your inner character, you become more generous because you know how hard it is to make a dollar. I think one of the things that some women, this book, The Rules, years and years ago, one of the tests was to go to dinner and order an expensive meal and see if the man wigged out, to test his resources. Crazy stuff like that from people who didn't have to earn the money. Let's see. Lamont Campbell. Been doing a lot of research on lease purchase. Got to start there because of my credit. Lamont, this is what you do. You start making more money. Money does not create happiness, but it solves many problems. So I don't know where you're making. I'm going to give you a scenario here. Say you're making $50,000 a year, and that's just enough for you to pay your bills and live. You need additional income. You do not need credit. You need additional income. If you could add $10,000 to $15,000 a year to your income through a side hustle or side business, and properly do the LLC, do all the things you do, not only do you create additional income, you could lower your federal taxes off your job income. So you could have perhaps maybe a $12,000 to $20,000 net that's building an asset, teaching you business skills, and getting you prepared to buy a house while cleaning up your credit. Make more money. Make more money because credit will be limited by your income, which is your ability to repay. They're not playing the game they play. Like back in the day, I was part of it. I enjoyed it. I did an LLC, GC Solutions. I had a Home Depot credit card, no PG, that's personal guarantee, no social, just off my EIN, $100,000. Those days are gone. They're gone. You got to prove to these banks that you can make the money you can pay back. So that'd be my advice to you, Lamont Campbell. Get your money up, keep hustling, and keep rolling like that. Because typically, it's going to take some time for you to fix your credit. But this is stuff we're going to do in Hustle Camp because just for you folks who didn't know, who didn't see the credit video, I'm going to do a boot camp. So if you're part of Hustle Camp, you're going to get this boot camp. This is kind of going to jump ahead because I thought about it. Since it's going to take time for you to really do these things, it'll be just better for me to go ahead and drop what's going to be called the pre-business credit workshop. Things that you need to do, how you set yourself up, things you don't need to do, things you need to stop doing so you can be in a situation where your future can be brighter. Because once again, everything's changed on this channel. I got plenty of hustle information on this channel, but for long-term wealth building, legacy and stuff, it's going to be harder. It's going to take time. And it's going to take commitment. So that's the big thing, because I'm telling you from experience, increasing your income is going to do amazing things for your life, your credit, your romantical, everything. It's just going to hit everything really, really nice. So for those of you who want to be part of Hustle Camp, links below. And essentially, I'll just give you the phases. First phase, you got to know where you are. That's called balancing out, getting a budget, knowing your net worth, lack of net worth. Get that stuff tightened up. Next part is to get rid of stuff. You have people, and I learned this in the storage auction business, you have people out there who are holding on to stuff that is worthless and paying $100, $200, $300 a month for a storage unit, anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a year to hold on to stuff that if it's in there 2, 3, 4 years, they pay for that stuff 2 or 3 times. That is inefficient and that is foolish. So get rid of stuff. Then the next phase is to make more money. And one of the reasons I'm doing it this way is, let's say you skip phase number 1, which is to know where you are, to know your numbers. Then you skip phase number 2, which is to clean up and all that stuff. You skip that and you just go straight to making more money. What's going to happen is situation 1 is going to get bad. Situation 2 is going to get bad. It's going to get worse because we are creatures of habit. So your habits are going to dictate that new money is going to be treated like the old money. And essentially, you're going to be in the same place financially, just with more stuff, more toys, and more problems. So if you go ahead and actually do the hard, and it's boring, right? Doing the budget, setting it up in Mint, getting all this stuff together. But that is the thing that will not only set your future up, but it'll set the future of your kids up, because your kids watch what you do more so than they listen to what you say. So if your kids are seeing that you're living financially prudent, then you're making money, they're going to inherit that from you. So it's a lot bigger than just getting money. Sure thing, Lamont. Heart's desire. I used to work in a BMW dealership, and I've seen people all the time walk in with a credit score in the 500 and walk out with $100,000 car because they have money. People don't want to believe that, because here's something that if you really listen to what I said, if you made $300,000 a year, you don't, quote, need credit to live. Now, everyone should have a good credit score because that will factor into wealth building tactics and you getting better interest rates. But if you make 300,000, let's say you make $1 million a year, you make $1 million a year and you don't have credit, you will have a lot of inconvenience because you have cash. But when you're trying to do business and you can only do so much on a debit card, it just starts creating a problem. Like my client that we were talking about, one of the ways that we were able to leverage his business was to improve cash flow create sales and other stuff, because he did a really good job of getting his business rolling. But because the lack of the credit, the lack of it was operating on one checking account, all kinds of crazy stuff. But good credit, even when you have money, is still important, because let's say you had $1 million a year and no credit and you're just cash and carry, right? You can live well. Now, let's say you have $1 million a year and then you create yourself $1.2 million or $2 million in credit lines. Let's see, flexible a line of credit. Oh yeah, flexible line of credit, high-end credit cards. Now let's just say you have the American Express Platinum, you have Chase Sapphire Preferred Reserve, which is $495. American Express is $495. If you use those cards right, those $495 fees per year are meaningless. They are nothing. But if you don't have the money, then yeah, it's like all about the money. So let's see. Oh, y'all are funny with this football stuff. We're on this live stream. I just woke up. This was on top of my head. I was actually not even planning on doing a live stream today. But I just had to, because as you can see, I am not in my office. I got some stuff that I am working on. So I will be working on that. Just seeing, okay, that's funny. All right, so for those of you who want to be part of Hustle Camp, the link's below. And if you don't have, quote, the bread right now, you can get on the prepayment plan. Just email my assistant, Patty, P-A-T-T-I, at bschoolforhustlers.com, and she'll send you a link so you can get that set up. My uncle pays cash for everything while in the military. Each move bought a house. 5 houses later, he doesn't care about credit. He has pensions and rentals. I mean, there's so many ways to do it. There's so many ways to do it, because when we get into the advanced techniques after Hustle Camp, it will be really, really intriguing on what you can do once you have that firm foundation. All right, so we'll catch you guys later. That's the morning rant. Another episode of The Cranky Hustler. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and also be sure to hit that email list below, because a lot of good stuff is coming that way. So with that, I will catch you guys later.